3:30 Friday, Georgia at Georgia Tech. Clean on fashion hate in Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Clean old-fashioned hate.
I will be there. Actually,
Yeah,
going to the game this
Nice.
week. So for the first in a long time, this is one of two games this week that have two top 10 PFF graded QBs battling against each other. So Haynes King going against Gunnar Stockton, and Haynes King the last 2 years against Georgia, 614 total yards and 7 touchdowns running and throwing, but some big fumbles. Had a couple big fumbles, and outside of that, though, yeah, it's going to be the Haynes King show.
Yeah, and I don't feel bad for Haynes King, and I don't think he feels bad for him. But like the field, the game he's playing. So as an offensive coordinator, as a defensive coordinator, as a coach, like you look at it and you go, okay, what am I playing with? Okay, so my personnel, what am I good at? But you also, as an offensive play caller, you go, okay, and a QB, what is the other side doing? And the other side is doing not much. Last 3 games, they're 1-2, and they're giving up over 41 points a game.
Yep,
you heard that right. 41. So
Boston
Haynes
College
King,
is included in that.
Buster Faulkner, they know like every possession is critical. So 1 turnover, 2 turnovers, I'm down by 21. Like I get a few, they stop me, and Pitt's up 28. Like they stopped me 2 times, and woo, like there's a lot of pressure on him. And here's the interesting thing about this game. Like Georgia's run defense has been so good. Like so good all year long, like impressively good. Their bounce back this year running the football and stopping the run. If you want to know what Kirby and company worked on all offseason, that's it. Like that's all they worked on. They didn't work on anything else. They literally just worked on punching each other in the throats every day. Like, hey, you come forward, I'm going to come forward. Battering ram, board drill, like, and they got that shiznick fixed. Like it looks good. So if I'm a Georgia fan, I'm excited about it. That's all. That's what this Tech offense is all about. Like it's about a receiver, a Rivers, a Rutherford going in motion, out wide, Haynes King off tackle. That's what this offense is about. And it sounds very simple, and it's hard as piss to stop because he's going to read it, then he's going to pull it, he's going to throw it to his tight ends. It's a high percentage offense. There's very, very little risk, and there's very little ball traveling in the air 30 yards down the field. Like they make you defend the field horizontally. They don't make you defend it all vertically, but they stretch you out. And Haynes King is the guy who can do that because he's physical the way he runs. He reads it. He sets up his blocks really, really well. But they have to play defense. And that side has to go on the field at some point. And this offense with Mike Bobo and Gunnar Stockton and company has been as good as anybody in the country. And that sounds weird to say the way it started because we were like, eh. Yeah. But Georgia's odds to make the SEC championship are very much alive, like very real. Like they just need A&M or A&M or Alabama to lose. Like, and they get to play in the SEC championship game. The odds are actually that they're going to play. So I think Georgia's doing this and Georgia Tech's doing this. Now, and Georgia Tech's going to break out everything they have offensively, but they still got to play defense. And I don't see how they keep it that close. I really don't know how they're within 2 scores at the end of the game.
You think about last year. Last year, Georgia was kind of holding on and just surviving
every week.
Season. Yes.
Every week.
But you think back to, and then it was the game that it was the 8 overtime sort of classic game. But to think back to 2 years ago, Georgia was rolling in 2023. And then they go to Tech, and it's a 30, Tech's got the lead a little bit in certain games. It's really close towards the end. Georgia wins 31-23. I think you're going to get that type of game. But we talked about Haynes King. When in doubt, it's Haynes King. He's had 5 games in the last 2 years where he's had more than 20 rush attempts. I bet you could name them based upon the types of games that they've played this year.
Georgia, Colorado. Like Colorado game.
Georgia last year, yeah.
Colorado game 1 was absolutely it.
Think about another big win they had last year, upset win.
FSU.
Miami. They beat Miami. So that game he had 23 against Miami last year, and then Wake this year when they were coming back.
He had to. Well,
so when in doubt, it's him.
Well, and that's the thing about playing Haynes King early versus playing Haynes King late, where he's nicked up and he's taking all these different shots throughout a season. Like that's why Cam Newton's the greatest college football player I've ever seen. Like I've never seen a superhuman cyborg built 6'5", 260 that just kept coming. And the hits didn't matter because people bounced off of him. He could make you miss. He could run through you. Like those hits for normal humans that aren't like aliens, like him and Bo Jackson and Herschel Walker and those guys, like they add up and they matter. And he took a lot of hits last week versus Pittsburgh. Like
yes.
I kept watching him like because he had to get him back in the game and he had to run the football. So I think we both got Georgia. That's pretty clear.
One sort of technical question. I think Georgia playing Auburn earlier this year and with that offense and how they did with Jackson Arnold and some of the adjustments they had to make in that game helped for this game. But do you, as a defensive guy, want to maybe force Haynes King to give the football some, like almost purposely, versus reading it to where you let him keep it a lot more?
Game on the line, I'm taking him away. Game on the like 3rd and short, 4th and short, gotta have it. You can put anybody you want in motion. I don't give a rat's ace. I'm playing Haynes King. But otherwise, like here's the thing. Like I don't want him because he's got the best. Like listen, he's not as speedy as Rivers and those guys, but he also he sets up blocks so well and makes you miss. But here's the thing. Gotta hit him. Got to get shots on him. Good shots. Dan Jackson was a great shot when he caused the fumble. Like, land on top. I'm not talking about dirty, guys. Like, I'm just talking about you tackle him and you land all your weight on top of him and you make him feel it for 4 quarters. Like, it's not dirty. It's physical. I want you to be physically in this game. Yes, but Haynes King in money situations, I'm not letting him do that. Like, I'm not letting him beat me. Someone else is going to have to do it.
That's what I was thinking. I think there's some sort of force situation or situations where you force him to give it by just attacking the mesh and hitting him for that, for that reason.
But you got to attack the mesh then and pull out and go around. Like you got to pop. You can't just, if you give them the same look over and over, which has happened a lot recently, you give them the same look and you do the same things, they're going to eat you alive. You have to be willing to take some chances, make some people do some different things so the picture's not clear.
I got Georgia by 10.